boys and girls. Today I am going to show you how to make some marbleized paper using some chalk or chalk pastels. Don't need too many things. I'm doing mine inside. So I have a big cookie tray and then a smaller tray. And I put the smaller tray inside the big one because we're going to be using some water, and I don't want water going all over my work table because then, you know, you got to clean it up. So if we don't need to make a mess, I like to try not to make a mess. From there, you're going to take some water and you're going to put it inside your smaller tray. You don't need too much water. I would say maybe like a half an inch or an inch, just enough so that everything you're doing can float. Once you have your water inside your tray, you are going to take some chalk, or I have some chalk pastel as well. I'll do some with both to show you what they look like, because I know not everyone has chalk pastel at home. After that, you need something to do some scraping with. So I looked around my house. I had some gift cards, a knife, some old safety scissors, and this clay tool, which I thought would be good for scraping. And from here, you are going to pick some chalk, any colors you want, and you are going to scrape off the chalk. Now, for some of you, this may not be the project for you because you may not like the way that chalk feels or the sound of this. And if that's you, I understand. I don't really like the way chalk feels, but for you guys, I'll do it. I'll show you what we got going on. So you're just going to scrape off that chalk. Again, you can use kind of any tools that you have at your house that might scrape off the chalk. And then go crazy or not with the colors that you choose, up to you. I'm going to add some, let's see, I'll add some red. I'll show you what the knife looks like. So the knife does a pretty good job. Actually, if I use the back side of the knife, I wonder if I could even use the handle. So maybe I don't even need a knife. Maybe I could even use a different piece of silverware that might be a little bit safer and less sharp than a knife. This clay tool as well. So you're just going to keep scraping. You can kind of sprinkle it around wherever you would like. I think I'm going to add one more color. And since I have red and blue already, I'm going to find some yellow. Oh, hopefully I'm going to find some yellow. There's a yellow. And I'm going to add some yellow to it to use our three primary colors, right? Our red, our yellow, and our blue. Those are our three colors that if we have those, we can make any other color we might want. All right, now as you guys can see, my chalk is kind of old. It's very faded, so the colors aren't quite as bright as it would be if I had some newer chalk, but we're stuck at home, so I'm working with what I have at home. Once you have your chalk all scraped off and it's floating there on the water, you're going to take your paper, any paper that you have around your house at work. I have some regular plain white paper. I grabbed some lined notebook paper. I even have some paper that got a little dirty from some other projects. So just whatever you have will work. And you're going to float that paper on your water. You want to give it a very gentle tap to make sure that the paper comes in contact with the water, but you don't want to push down. You want it to float. You don't want water on this side. You only want water to touch on the other side. Once you have it there, you're going to peel it off and see what you end up with. So this is my first one. All right, I'm going to put that aside. And didn't leave too much chalk behind, so for this one I think I'm going to leave it. But my next one, I'm going to show you guys how chalk pastels, and chalk pastels are just some art. It's basically like fancy art chalk, and it's a little bit less maybe chunky, I'm going to say is the best word to describe it, for how it kind of comes off. These ones are square, some chalk pastels are round. So this one, it's kind of fine. It makes a little bit more dusty kind of sprinkles on there. And for this one, I think I'm going to go with a cool color theme. So I'm going to use all my cool colors. So I'm going to use some blues. And let's see, some greens in there. Oop, This one's broken. It's very small. Let's see. Oh, still works just fine. All right. Some greens. I don't have a good purple in this set, but I'll add some nice yellow green in there. All right. I think I have a lot of good colors on there. I'm now going to take my paper. We'll go with one of these lined notebook papers. And again, I'm just going to place it on the top. I'm going to give it a gentle tap, tap, tap. And then I'm ready to peel it off. Ooh, very interesting. Now the color did something a little different on this one because the pastel is a little bit finer of a dust. If we look back at our other one, it's a little bit chunkier, but both created some beautiful colored papers. I'm gonna put that one aside and let's see. I don't think I left too much behind, but I'm gonna find out. Give it a little swirl there when I wiggled it. Let's put it down. Let's see if there's anything left on here. Sometimes you can do 2 or 3 before you have to put some more colors. Ooh, very neat. With just a little left over. Just barely see what's going on, but quite beautiful. Awesome. Now you can keep going. You can put any colors you want together. You can mix and match. I will do a few more with some other colors to show you what we got going on. But I'll speed it up so you don't have to watch me for a super long time. Here goes. So as you can see, I have a bit of a mess. Everything's all over my table. I have my beautiful papers that I just made. I'm going to let them dry, and once they're dry, they will be ready to use to make some beautiful art or just to be beautiful pieces of paper on their own. All right, I hope that this inspires you to make something today. Maybe some papers like this. Maybe check out one of my other videos or something else. But hopefully you're being creative. All right, everyone. Thanks for watching. Bye.